If you are anything like me, then you might have a hankering for food sometimes. And if general misdirection isn't your thing, then might I point you towards the title of this video? Well, that's right. This video is about If you're outside the seasonal crowd, then the chances are that the word anime probably takes your mind to one of two places. You might be reminded of those hella long, 200 plus episode shonen shows that are really good, they swear. Oh, and the second place is anime. And with that much show to finish, it might be hard to find a starting place. All of these shows have like 150, like all of these episodes. Lucky for you, you've got a couple friends who like anime, and so you've gained some tangential taste from them. But I gotta be honest, if your
favorite, best anime of all time, ever,
is Noragami, you might need to watch some more anime. Not that it's a bad show, it's okay. I'm here today to give you some solid recommendations that are quality. It's a good show. You got a nice, short, concise show, and very approachable. And if this is your first foray into the wild, wacky, weird world of anime, fear not. Because like soggy bread, these shows aren't easily digestible. Call this your first time anime for first timers or whatever. What do I mean by easily digestible? Well, like most genres of anything, I mean, pretty much any art medium you look at, things can get out there in any number of ways. From episode length to the magical powers logic, it can be pretty intimidating to start a more longer, popular show. Lord knows I haven't seen Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Black Clover, the big ones that, I mean, you know somebody who's seen them. I have. It's not me. But that's why the shows I'm talking about in this video are going to be quick, yet fairly self-contained stories. Not too much filler, very nice and to the point, so you can say, hey, I watched that show. The episode counts here will never exceed the 20s, and the content won't be too extreme to any end of the spectrum, really. So the graphic won't be too violent, the concepts will not be too complex, the spooks will have less keys, and the fans won't be getting a lot of service out here. And so, with all that padding out of the way, let's move into this planned yet abrupt transition. The first show I want to represent is one that's as charming and actually funny as it is dramatic and downright sad. The premise of Angel Beats is simple. You're dead. But it's okay, because you're only dead in the real world, and you can't actually die in here. I mean, you're practically immortal, actually. Okay, that may sound like hell, but it's probably a little closer to like a purgatory high school, with one brutal little hall monitor. The show follows a gang of students who make up a military force of sorts, trying to fight their way back to life, I think, almost as if, I don't know, there's some sort of involvement of a coping mechanism to avoid them accepting the reality of death, but memento mori, right? Remember when I mentioned the whole practically immortal thing? Well, this particular good group of giggling gorilla kitties just so happened to respawn in the nurse's office whenever they die. Death isn't permanent here. So, while the stakes of death are much more of a nuisance, the pain is very real, so there is still some impact to these little cartoon goons running around, getting squashed by Indiana Jones style boulders and all kinds of madness. This show is damn funny. The sense of progression is tight AF, and it certainly delivers on the Watch it dubbed or subbed, I don't care. Just make sure you appreciate the beauty that is TK. TK! Give this comedy slash drama slash dramedy a shot. If you could use some goofs, some gaffes, some goddamn real, surprisingly mature feels. There is no season 2. This show is going to get very tense, and you will think things are going to get better. But I am here to tell you that nothing
Ever goes according to plan.
The Promised Neverland is a clever little show about 3 super smart kiddos living with their mama and their entire whole foster family of siblings. The house exists in the middle of a forest with a gate over yonder and a fence to not be crossed under any circumstances ever. Should anyone, for any reason, ever, to anyone, for any reason, no matter who, no matter what, no matter when, no matter why, for any reason, ever, should nobody, anyone, ever, in the history, in your future, ever.
ちょっと床のお掃除。
This suspense thriller is special because the world is so easy to get into. I mean, from the outside looking in, it's just an everyday daycare for gifted youngsters, I guess. But fear not, my impatient friends, for I bring you good news. If episode 1 doesn't pull you in, then you're pretty safe dropping it. After you follow the 3-episode rule, of course. Alright, enough tactical mind games. Let's talk about love and war. We love a good love story. Kaguya-sama Lover's War is like it's every golly, what if he liked me situation. Take it to its logical extreme. Now, shows like this can get trapped in the will they won't they net that they cast for themselves, but what most rom-coms don't have are 2 calculating and conniving leads who play literal mind games with each other in the most dramatic of fashions. I mean, my mans will overthink lending an umbrella to someone, not knowing that she is, in fact, just playing him to get his umbrella to get closer to him. I love my awkward little couples goals here. Their kooky classmates really know how to bounce off one another. Shit's tight, and you must simply try the character development around Miss Kaguya. Oh, it is to cry for. The style here is out the wazoo, and is home to the best girl of this video, Chika Fujiwara. Chin-chin. Our last entry is also very cute. Our second to last entry is decidedly not cute, but it makes this list on aesthetics alone. From the dude man who made everybody's favorite bebop cowboy anime comes Samurai Champloo. Violence is usually cool, but violence attuned to lo-fi hip-hop is
Next level ascension.
This dude knows how to craft a scene. Whether it's his framing, camera work, or choreography, it is all accentuated to a samurai-shaped T with the ever-so-present enjoyable melodies of Nujibus, bless his soul. The old-timey samurai world also makes it easier to immerse yourself into compared to Cowboy Bebop. You won't be having to worry about space law and bounties and planetary orbit and futuristic spaceships. I personally have my own problems with this show, but the alternative is Cowboy Bebop, which is, to be frankly, kind of the antithesis of this video. It is popular, and unlike bees, not everybody likes jazz. Call it an action adventure. Also, Mugen is a cutie. Speaking of cuties, and now, the show we've all been waiting for. You've made it through the trenches of the over-the-top violence, and you've survived the onslaught of child soldiers. You've marinated in spooky atmospheres and basked in the awkwardness that is teen romance. So what do you say we stop ducking around here and get to what the people really want to see in their anime? Tasteful fan service. So tasteful, in fact, that it barely feels the need to shove anything in your face, because around these parts, the only fan service you need are the friends you made along the way. To sum it up, after a night of drinking, Miss Kobayashi meets a dragon and convinces her to become a maid. They fall in love, but not really, but actually. And they kind of end up adopting another dragon, but she's tiny. And they just become a happy little family. This show is cute as hell, and I love it. It's what they call a slice of life. So you'll be treated to a chill cast, and not too many consequential comic mischiefs, keeping everything light and fun. This slice of life comedy will make you feel the warm love of a family, even when you are sitting alone in your bedroom, lit only by the brightness of your laptop.
What do you expect from me, huh? We're in quarantine.
Well, now that we've gotten to the end of this video, I want to give a big shout out to this video's sponsor, More Abrupt Trans. If you got this far, then I need to give you a big thank you. Seriously. Whether you like anime or whether you're a regular person, I hope that you can find at least one show you dig. And if not, then I guess you'll just have to subscribe so you can check out my next set of recommendations whenever that gets uploaded. It would really mean a lot to me if you could share this video with a non-anime fan, since, you know, conversion into compliance is the name of the game here. Let me know if you guys have any other first-class, first-time recommendations, and I might go more in-depth into them in the next video, where if I don't do another one of these, I will be breaking down videos by genres. So it will be fans of the action genre might like this, fans of the comedy genre might like this, fans of the historical fiction genre might like this, shows of science fiction, etc., etc., etc. So let me know. And don't forget to stop your sentences before they go nowhere, and feed